Hi, I'm Michaela. I work in a residential home. And when I started the information advice and guidance qualification, I was a team leader in the residential home. During my training and gaining my qualification, I was promoted to senior team leader. So I now run a team of 4 girls who then run the shift on the floor. Okay, so I wanted to progress my career. My little boys are growing up fast, so I was able to concentrate on me a little bit more. And I thought, what better way than to gain skills? And my boss had told me about TSW. She had just qualified in her level 5 and said, come on, let's get on this information advice and guidance qualification and get you a little bit further in your career. I was already a level 3, which I'd done many years ago. And so my 4 was a natural step up in qualification. So I just wanted to gain a little bit more of an insight into management sort of roles, and taking that further step, being team leader, I knew, I really wanted to naturally progress. So that was my way forward. I feel that communication in social care settings is absolutely crucial. So I think, although I wanted to gain in management skills, and there was a level 4 management qualification to have, I thought communication I thought it would do me a little bit better in my current job at that time. So that was my way in. The biggest one was COVID. I never actually got to meet my assessor, which was really sad. But it didn't hinder my qualification in the slightest. My assessor was incredible. What it did hinder, though, COVID, was time. So in a residential setting, there was people that went off sick. There was people that had to isolate and just weren't coming to work. So the shifts that I had to cover were a lot. So setting time aside for the qualification was massive. That was my biggest worry. And then because I'm not as confident as some, I did think that some of the work would have got me and I wouldn't be able to do it, but I did, thankfully. I honestly didn't think I could do it. And then when I started and calmed down a little bit, I realised, I'm physically doing the job anyway. And, you're just talking about how you physically do it. So it was good. It was fine. So I noticed instantly, just by doing a couple of units, that I was progressing as a person, progressing as a care assistant, and being able to reach people on a different level. But I also progressed as a team leader, and then I was promoted into senior team leader because I felt like I had a different approach to people, especially after, being in a team with these staff and then having to manage them as team leader and then being promoted again to senior team leader. I felt like I gained so much skill. Yeah, I think for me, it was the starting point of me progressing further in my career. And I am kind of, centre stone of the organisation as well, because everybody will come to me with issues about residents or about their care. And then the girls will come to me about issues within the group itself and things we need to fix, things we need to look at. So I'm everyone's sort of advocate. Absolutely. I've got so much confidence in talking to people I've never met before, because I feel like the qualification gave me the knowledge and the skill to actually do that. I enjoyed this qualification so much. It was so much fun that I jumped straight into level 5 management qualification. So I'm really excited. I've done a unit in that now. I'm just waiting to move forward in that. I can't wait. She was just so patient, and she had all the time in the world for me, and she understood that I maybe at one point I think I kept getting a few bits of the work wrong, and she didn't make me feel stupid in any way. Whereas, you know, if I've got the wrong gist on things, I think, oh dear, I can't do this. She didn't make me feel so stupid that I couldn't fix it. You know, she was incredible. She was a superstar. She really was. But then I think the whole setup and the way you guys work, you know, Smart Assessor is fantastic. It's easy to use, and I am not tech. Look, I couldn't even turn my camera on, but I am not tech clever, and I just think the whole thing, you guys were all fab. Really positive experience, absolutely positive. I can't look back on it and pinpoint at any point where I struggled to the fact where I didn't want to do it. I was always willing. I know that, you know, some weeks were better than others with shift work, and I had a bit more time on my hands sometimes, so I did the work, but I would email sort of a few days later and say, Jane, send me some more work. I've run out. Let me do something else. So I was just so eager because it was so interesting and I wanted to do it, and I think that makes the difference. And I'm producing these care plans and updating them regularly. I'm doing referrals to occupational therapists, district nurses, physios, things like that. I'm, as I say, I'm doing appraisals, one-to-one supervisions, investigations. I'm doing audits, so it's quite different to team leading. Quite different. It sounds a lot more office-based when I say it out loud, but it is still on the floor, just normally with a clipboard and a pen in my hand. Yeah, no, I can't believe how far I've come, to be honest. I honestly never thought they'd make a senior team leader out of me. I never did. I would say to trust you guys, completely, and just enjoy it, basically, because it's too hard to not enjoy, because it's made fun. I remember my first meeting with Jane on the phone, and I was so nervous. It was silly. But I remember we dove into this work, but it didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like we were talking about this first unit. It just felt like we were talking about my job. So at each and every step, we linked it to my job and what I was already doing, and how it would just help me progress that little bit further. So I would just tell anybody to dive in, enjoy, and don't look back. Well, honestly, the world's my oyster. I'm gonna get level 5 completed. I want to enjoy it, as I say, and take my time and do it really well. But then I'm not thinking of stopping. So I'm going to look even further at what I can do next. I really like the idea of walking into a home, maybe as an inspector, and showing them and finding these little things that they've probably missed daily that could make all the difference to the people who are living there. So yeah, I got some big plans.